Was that a lawful request?
Yes.
What law am I breaking by being here?
You're filming cars in this car park.
And what law is that? What law is that breaking?
Trespassing. You need to leave.
And what is trespass a criminal matter, is it?
Here's what it all comes down to. What law is actually being broken here in the UK? Officers can't just stroll up, demand your details, or tell you to move along simply because they feel uneasy. The law doesn't run on gut feelings. It runs on solid legal authority. Civil trespass, not a crime, but it's a civil issue, not a shortcut to handcuff. IT only becomes police business if things escalate into something like aggravated trespass. And this situation isn't even close to that. Here, the officer can't name a single lawful power to back what she's trying to enforce. Yet she keeps pushing. This is where people get intimidated by confidence, not by correctness. Know your rights. Hold your ground. Don't let pressure, confusion, or authority rewrite the law right in front of you. That MYUK Rights Guide cuts through the jargon, helping anyone face moments like this with calm and absolute certainty.
Or did an officer committing offences?
I can't deal. If an officer has committed an offence, I can't deal with that. It's not on my level. It needs to go to a sergeant or higher up or our PSD.
Well, so why don't you take the details, report it to a sergeant, but you're quite happy to come and accost me, but you can't deal with matters?
Why don't we go in the reception?
I don't want to go into the reception. I'm quite happy here.
If you want to discuss it, if you want someone to listen.
I don't want to discuss it. I've discussed it. I walked away after they left, walked away, we've left it. That's it. She's followed me and accosted me after we've had that discussion in a public area.
This is a private.
This is a private car park.
Right. Yeah, for vehicles. I walked through a footpath that had no signage, nothing, saying no public access. It says no public right-of-way on the road sign for vehicles. A right-of-way applies to roads, not to pedestrian footpaths. There is a pedestrian footpath, no obstructions, no signage. This is a public area, whether it's
His assessment here is absolutely spot on. There are no warning signs, no staff-only markers, no restricted area boards. Not even a painted boundary line. Under UK law, that kind of setup tells the public one thing. You can assume you're allowed to walk through. It's known as the implied right of access. And even in the worst case scenario, we're only talking about civil trespass, something strictly between the property owner and the individual. That's a conversation for solicitors, not a case for police intervention. This distinction matters because far too often the presence of officers makes people think a crime has taken place when legally nothing at all has happened.
Okay.
Who are you two? Sorry, you've come in and joined the conversation. Sorry?
No problem. Police officers.
And what's your name and badge number?
89.
89?
Yep.
DC, PC, DS?
89.
PC, 89. And yourself?
I'm DC 424.
DC 424. And you're both based here? Yeah.
But we're just saying, if you want, we can go over there, but we're just saying this is private property. This is a police car park.
Okay.
It's private property. So if you want to come back over there, by all means, we can
Okay.
go and try and sort out whatever your complaint is, but it's having it in our private property.
Okay.
We're not going to have that. So if you want to come over to the bit, the foyer, no problems at all. We can go and have a chat over there.
But the foyer is private property as well.
Yeah, but you can gain access.
I can gain access to this. We've just been through that. We've just been through this. There's nothing for pedestrians.
In the car park.
Why not?
Because it's a secure, and it could be, you could pose a security.
Well, it's not secure, is it? If I've just managed to walk in here, it's not secure, is it?
All right.
You say secure, but it's not.
What's your purpose for being on this car park? Because our concern is
I'm making a video.
It's a security breach that we're concerned about. So we're happy to talk to you, but while you're here, we've got concerns about
This is where the logic starts to fall apart. The claim that the auditor is some kind of potential security risk. But under the law, security isn't based on a feeling. It's based on evidence, real, tangible, provable facts. If this location were truly sensitive, you'd see that reflected physically. Lock gates, secure fencing, key card access, clear barriers. But the reality? An open route where anyone can wander in without a single challenge. That isn't suspicious behavior from a member of the public. It's a flaw in the planning and execution of the site's own security. And that failure belongs to those responsible for securing the area, not to civilians who legally walk through an open space.
I've told you my comment.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. But your plane's closed, so, I just want to see your warrant card as well.
So I'm willing to listen to you. We're both willing to listen to you and hear what you have to say. But
No, because you're just going to fob me off with the same stuff that the two PCs have.
Private car
We don't know
park.
anything about what's going on.
Okay, so I'll give you a quick synopsis.
Do that over here, please, because we're not.
If a police, so you're a DC, so you're a ranking
No,
officer.
we're all the same rank.
You just said DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all the same.
That's detective constable.
Yeah.
Is that not a higher rank than a police
No,
constable? Is it not? Okay, it's just a different area. In that case, then I don't want to talk then. Don't worry. I'll talk to a sergeant if you get me a sergeant.
We've got a sign to say.
It's gated for a reason.
Okay. So you see the no entry signs and that one. Like I said, private property, no public right of way. As we discussed, what right of way is, not public access. A right of way is relevant to roads. That's what a right of way is a public right of way is a public road that people can access with a vehicle.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I'm not in a vehicle. I'm not in a vehicle. If it's secure, right? So as you can see there.
I'm not going through it all with you.
Well-
You're going to try and do the whole, I know this legislation, I know that. I'm not really that fussed. I've just asked you to leave politely.
And I've declined, yeah. Cool.
I just don't really see the point in you being here. Like, I don't know.
I don't see the point in you being here either, but there we go.
Right, this is my job.
This is my job, I'm at work.
It's my working place.
Yeah, this is my place of work right now as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Thank you. See, sensible, the most sensible person so far. Are you a sergeant?
Yeah, I am. For my
Thank you, finally. Right, okay. Well, we'll move away from the PCs, because...
Are we already standing over there so the cars can move around?
Oh, well, the cars can move around. I mean, where's the car going to move? Here, it's fine. We've got plenty of room.
Just asking if we can stand
We've got
over
plenty of room. I just want to move away from the PCs, to be honest. I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to them. So if you can come with me and, if you want to talk to me away from the others, that's fine.
What I'm saying, sir, is there's operational police vehicles just moving here.
That's fine. I'm quite conscious of the road. I've managed
to
this
have
many.
a conversation with you, but can we just do it there?
I've managed this many years.
I'll tell you what, after we finish talking, you want to stand back here for a second, we can we just talk over there?
I'll tell you what.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
We can talk on the path here.
My name's Pete, what's your name?
Pete.
Yes.
Are you collar number Pete?
My name's DS1446, Pete McGill.
Detective Sergeant Pete McGill. And instantly, the entire atmosphere shifts. This is what measured policing actually looks like. McGill listens. He considers the facts. He acknowledges the unclear signage without brushing it aside. He explains clearly and calmly where civil matters of contrast is sharp at end and where criminal jurisdiction begins. Respect his tone. Precision in his words and a calm presence that dissolves tension instead of feeding it. This isn't about giving up authority. It's about using it wisely that McGill understands that unnecessary escalation often creates more problems than it solves. And in one conversation, his professionalism is enough to restore public confidence.
Witnessed a police constable.
Yes.
Straight away. First thing, as soon as I get here, parked on the roundabout.
Right.
On the double yellows.
Yeah.
Engine on, idling.
Yeah. Okay.
On his mobile phone.
Right.
So I go and approach.
Yeah.
He winds his window. So I ask him quite bluntly. I say, "Afternoon. Is there a reason you're parked on double yellows with your engine on your mobile phone?"
Yeah.
He says, "I'm doing work. I'm waiting for a prisoner to come out." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Are you on the phone to emergency services?"
Yeah.
"Are you paying at a drive-through?"
Okay.
No, he just rolls his window up.
Right, okay, so you're saying you've seen an officer there, they've been sat there, idling it, right? And
Yeah, so idling's an offence.
Yeah.
Idling your vehicle. Being on your phone with the engine on, unless you're on the phone to 999,
Yeah.
or paying at a drive-through. Those are the exceptions to the new legislation.
McGill's approach to NO interruptions, NO rushing to conclusions. Meanwhile, the auditor is documenting everything in real time, even the small but telling breaches of conduct. Vehicles idling where they shouldn't be. Phones being used behind the wheel. These are the kinds of details that slip by unnoticed when no one is watching. That's the real value of an audit. IT isn't about creating drama. It's about creating visibility. Because even minor missteps matter when officers are expected to uphold the very laws they enforce. Observation is a tool of accountability. Without it, those important details fade quietly into the background.
You can call me sir or power. You can call me power. Yeah.
Power?
Yeah. Let's go with power. Yeah.
I'll go with sir, because power just that's
I didn't think you'd like it. That's why I said it. That's why I gave it as an option. I didn't think you would.
Mr. Power, does that sound right to you?
Mr. Power, that'd
Go
be
with
good.
Mr.
No,
Power.
my ego's not that big. Don't worry.
Well, you can call yourself power, you can have another one. Right, okay. Basically, mate, you are absolutely entitled to film any vehicles you want around here.
Yep.
Not a problem. If officers want to speak to officers, that's not an issue.
Yep.
The other thing I'd say is this area of the car is a private car park.
It is.
Work.
Yep.
So if you wanted to literally step on that pavement there and film my officers, film the cars, there's not an issue whatsoever.
So, that's fine. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So, the discussion I was trying to have with them, or trying to tell them, right? So they're saying it's secure, it's restricted, you got the gates and all that. I said, and that sign up there says private property, no public right of way. A right-of-way is a public road.
Yes.
Right? It's not a public pavement. A right-of-way is
This is a private.
yes,
premises.
okay, but I'm getting to that bit. Okay, bear with me. So, yes, it's private, but in a private premises, you can still have a public area. A public area does not define whether it's public property or not.
A public area.
Okay, so
but you're wanting to check.
No. So as I've walked up towards the reception area, and then I've literally walked through here.
Yeah.
No signage for pedestrians saying private property, no public access. That would be the key.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, it is private property. Until I was asked to leave.
Yeah.
It's publicly accessible. It's still public area. It's still a public area. It's still publicly accessible. The only thing is you have the right to repeal that implied right of access.
Yes. And you know what? Don't disagree with anything you've just said there, Mr. Power. Not a problem. I agree the signage should be better here.
Yeah.
But equally, you're here to do an audit. I'm guessing that's your role.
Well done.
To do that, yes.
Bill doesn't posture, and he doesn't argue. He openly acknowledges that the signage could be clearer, and he recognizes the auditor's presence as completely legitimate. The way he handles the situation, listening, evaluating, and responding without the slightest hint of provocation, shows a level of discretion that prevents conflict before it even begins. It's subtle, but it's powerful that a single professional interaction like this can repair hours of negative perception created by earlier missteps. And honestly, other officers should be taking notes.
You've described so far,
I
don't have a problem. In terms of the officer, and if you've had an issue, if you filmed something, if you do want to make a complaint about that.
I don't want to go through online. I was told a sergeant could deal with it. I've got his collar number. I've got his name. Right. I want to report that to you now. If you want to take down his details, and you can deal with it.
Right. We can have a chat about whatever's happened there. But in terms of, you've raised a few things, haven't you? So right now, that implied consent for signage is removed. So are we okay just standing over here now that that's been removed so we can talk?
No, I'm still going to stay here.
Okay, but I'm trying to be courteous to you.
I know, and I appreciate that, and that's why I'm not being as belligerent with you, but I am going to stand firm on where I stand, on where I am standing, literally.
But I don't understand why, if we've just covered that it's private premises and that implied right has been removed.
Yeah.
Because I agree, it isn't enough signage. So can you help me understand that rationale? Because
at the end of the day, they were... not a gentleman, I've not met him yet, but the ladies were so belligerent about it, and the fact that I absolutely couldn't be here and absolutely was doing something wrong, especially the blonde officer. So I tried to raise the incident with the guy parked in his marked vehicle and doing all of that. Tried to raise it with her, was not interested, not her business, because she's a response officer. Yeah. But then as soon as I come on here, she's got time to deal with that, but she can't deal with that. So you see what I mean? That seems like favorability towards another police officer, the thick blue wall, as we call it, standing behind the thin blue line, and not holding up her. No, I'm not saying you are, but she's not holding up her oath. Neither was the other gentleman I spoke to. But she's got plenty of time to come and deal with this, apparently, but she doesn't have time to deal with that.
What I can say is, if anyone has in any way talked to you and you felt it wasn't being courteous, I can only apologise for that, because ideally we don't want to have that kind of discourse.
It's not even about the courtesy.
You're a switched on bloke. You know exactly what you do with these audits. You understand that they're going to provoke a reaction in terms of a security response. That's going to happen, isn't it?
Not always. I've been to plenty of places, plenty of police stations, headquarters, where they just leave me to it.
Okay, but I'd imagine they would have spoke to you they would have said hello. They didn't say anything.
No.
Okay, well that might be because they didn't notice. Generally speaking.
No. They see me. They might give a wave, but
in a police station car park going around different cars, we'd usually stop to say, just as I've done with you, I'm not demanding your details. You don't have to give me them, as you bloody well know. Not trying to make your life in any way difficult. And in fact, I want to help enable you to do your audit and what you want to do. But as you've just explained, once that right has been revoked for the private premises, it's been revoked.
Right.
So the fact that you have been treated poorly, or you feel like someone's been rude to you, that doesn't change the fact that it's been revoked, does it? And
it doesn't. But once it's been revoked, it becomes an issue of civil trespass, doesn't it? And you knew I was coming with it. You don't
need to go down this. I'm trying to talk from a practical point of view.
I know you're talking practically. I know you're talking practically.
And we're stood in a disabled bay.
I like to talk lawfully.
Yes.
Okay, so lawfully, I'm not committing any offences. I know you haven't. I have, and you've requested that I leave. And I'm going to politely decline. I'm not going to be rude about it, because you may see it as rude.
Rare golden moment. The auditor stands firm in legal rights, and the sergeant responds with equal respect. No power plays, no vague threats, no inflated authority. Just clear, constructive dialogue. It's a masterclass in how accountability works best, when both sides understand their boundaries and communicate within them. Without community audits, moments like this where the law, courtesy, and professionalism align, would almost never be seen, let alone recorded.
This moment, and you want to stand in front of a car that's trying to leave and conduct police work, that could obviously be obstructing the officers.
Oh, sure, I would never do that. No. Yeah. I've made it this many years, being fully aware of roads and emergency vehicles. You know, I've never been hit by a car yet, so.
So how are we rating so far? How are we doing? We had a rough start by the sounds of it on your audit. Has it improved as we're going along?
I'd say sorry, 2 seconds. Yeah, you've been better. Yeah, I must admit. Yeah, so.
Well, it's a learning experience for me. We don't have this every day.
No, it's good to see a sergeant leading by example.
Yeah.
Hopefully the PCs and DCs do pick up on your example.
I know you want a bit of reaction.
No, I'm not giving a reaction. I'm genuinely stating that I really hope that they pick up on how you've led by example here and they take some lessons on how you've dealt with this and how you've been so professional, calm about it.
You're going to make me blush. You can compliment me like this.
No, because you have. And, you asked my name, but you didn't push it, so that's fine. But other than that,
that's just for politeness. I'm
proved as simple but crucial. Calm, composed policing has a real, measurable impact. It also showed why audits shouldn't be dismissed as nuisances, but recognized as safeguards that protect both the public and police. Small oversights, a missing sign, a moment of inattention, can snowball quickly when no one is paying attention that MY Know Your Rights Guide isn't just for auditors. And it's not only for tense encounters. It's for anyone who values clarity over confusion and facts over assumptions. Knowledge and respect aren't enemies. They work together. Stay informed, use that knowledge wisely, and you'll navigate moments like these with confidence.